You woke up tired even though you slept 8 hours. You opened your phone before your eyes fully adjusted. You scrolled for 20 minutes and felt nothing. You got to work, and the tasks that used to feel manageable now feel like moving furniture uphill. Lunch tasted like cardboard. A friend called and you let it ring because talking felt like effort. By evening, you were back on your phone, switching between apps, watching videos you did not care about, eating food you were not hungry for, chasing something you could not name. This is not laziness. This is not depression. This is something specific. By the end of this, you will know exactly what the dopamine hole is, how you fell into it, and the only realistic way to climb back out. This is not occasional. This is your baseline now. Normal things produce almost nothing. A conversation that used to interest you now bores you 30 seconds in. A meal you used to enjoy tastes flat. Work that used to give you a sense of progress now just sits there. And the only things that still register are the ones that come fast, bright, and endless. Your phone, videos, feeds, food engineered to hijack your tongue. You are not choosing these things because you enjoy them. You are choosing them because they are the only things your brain still registers as real. Here is what happened. Your brain runs on a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is not pleasure. It is motivation. It is the signal that tells your brain something is worth pursuing. Every time you get a notification, a like, a new video, a bite of something sweet, your brain releases a spike of dopamine. That spike feels like reward. But every time your brain gets that spike, it does something to protect itself. It pulls back. It lowers the baseline. It removes receptors. This is not a bug. This is the system working exactly as designed. Your brain is trying to stay balanced, but the problem is that the modern world does not care about balance. It cares about keeping you engaged, so it keeps spiking your dopamine over and over, and your brain keeps pulling back further and further until the baseline is so low that nothing normal can reach it anymore. That is the dopamine hole. It is not that you lost the ability to feel good. It is that your brain physically removed the sensors that detect good. This explains everything. It explains why you can scroll for 2 hours and feel nothing and still not stop. Your brain is not enjoying it. Your brain is chasing the memory of what it used to feel like. It explains why you can want something intensely, open the app, consume it, and immediately feel worse. The system that makes you want things and the system that makes you like things are not the same. You can have maximum wanting and zero liking at the same time. It explains why work feels unbearable, even when it is not hard. Work gives delayed rewards. Your brain has been trained to expect instant feedback. Anything that takes more than 10 seconds to pay off now registers as punishment. The dopamine hole does not make you weak. It makes normal life invisible. And here is the part nobody explains. The hole gets deeper every single day you stay in it, because the behaviors that put you in the hole are the only behaviors that still feel like anything, so you do them more. You check your phone before you are fully awake because your brain needs a spike just to start the day. You eat lunch while watching a video while scrolling because one input is not enough anymore. You stack stimulation on top of stimulation because your baseline is so low that normal intensity does not register. And every time you do this, your brain pulls back a little more. You are not maintaining the hole, you are excavating it. So how do you get out? Not with a dopamine detox. Not with some 48-hour reset where you sit in a dark room and then emerge fixed. The dopamine hole is a physical adaptation. Your brain has down-regulated receptors. It has recalibrated what normal feels like. You cannot undo that in 2 days. You undo it the same way you created it. Gradually, consistently. By changing the inputs, your brain receives until it has no choice but to recalibrate in the other direction. Step 1 is to stop digging. This does not mean delete everything and go live in the woods. It means identify the highest intensity behaviors in your day and cut their frequency in half. If you check your phone 60 times a day, check it 30. If you watch videos for 3 hours, watch for 90 minutes. If you eat while watching something, every single meal, pick one meal where you just eat. You are not trying to become a monk, you are trying to lower the ceiling so your baseline can start to rise. Your brain will hate this. It will produce every signal it has to make you go back. Restlessness, irritability, the feeling that something is wrong, even though nothing is actually wrong. This is withdrawal. It is supposed to feel bad. That is how you know it is working. Step 2 is to reintroduce boredom. Boredom is not the enemy. Boredom is the repair state. When you are bored, your brain is not getting dopamine spikes. It is sitting in the gap. And in that gap, it starts to recalibrate. It starts to notice smaller things, a thought, a sensation, the fact that you are breathing. This is not meditation. This is just stopping. Stand in line without your phone. Sit in your car for 2 minutes before you go inside. Eat breakfast without looking at anything. The first dozen times this will feel like being trapped. Your brain will scream. Let it. You are not trying to enjoy boredom. You are trying to survive it long enough for your system to adjust. Step 3 is to do hard things early. Not because hard things are virtuous, because hard things set your dopamine baseline for the day. If the first thing you do in the morning is open your phone and scroll, your brain starts the day at a 10. Everything after that feels like a 3. If the first thing you do is something that requires effort, focus, and produces no immediate reward, your brain starts the day at a 4. Everything after that feels fine. This is not about discipline. This is about timing. The same work that feels impossible at noon after a morning of scrolling feels manageable at 8. After 20 minutes of hard focus. You are not stronger in the morning. Your baseline is just lower. Step 4 is to single task. The dopamine hole is built on stacking. Video plus food plus scroll. Music plus work plus text. Your brain is not designed to process 3 dopamine streams at once. When you force it to, it cranks the threshold up to survive. Single tasking brings it back down. One thing. No background noise, no second screen, no backup stimulation in case the first thing gets boring. You will feel the absence physically. It will feel like something is missing. That feeling is the hole. Sit in it. The longer you sit in it, the faster it closes. Step 5 is to expect nothing for 2 weeks. This is the part people skip and then quit. You will not feel better tomorrow. You will not feel better in 3 days. For the first 72 hours, you will feel worse. Your brain will interpret the loss of stimulation as an emergency. You will feel irritable, restless, and obsessed with the things you are reducing. This is not you failing. This is your brain recalibrating. After 72 hours, the emergency feeling fades. What replaces it is flatness. Everything will feel grey, boring, muted. This is the gap between your old baseline and your new one. Your brain has lowered the ceiling, but it has not raised the floor yet. You are in between. This phase lasts about 2 weeks. If you quit here, you waste everything. If you stay, the floor starts to rise. Step 6 is to notice the first shift. It does not come as excitement. It does not come as joy. It comes as the absence of noise. You will be doing something ordinary, something that used to feel like nothing, and you will notice that it does not feel like nothing anymore. A conversation holds your attention. Food has taste. You finish a task and feel something close to satisfaction. This is not a dopamine spike. This is your natural baseline starting to register again. The things that used to be invisible are becoming visible. You are not getting happy, you are getting sensitive. And sensitivity is the thing the dopamine hole stole from you. Step 7 is to protect the baseline. Once you are out, the hole does not disappear. It is still there. Your brain still remembers what the spikes felt like. If you go back to the same inputs at the same frequency, you will fall back in within days. This is not a reset you do once. This is a threshold you defend. You can still use your phone. You can still watch things. You can still eat food you enjoy. But you cannot stack them. You cannot start your day with them. You cannot use them. To avoid boredom. The difference between someone outside the hole and someone inside it is not what they do. It is when they do it and whether they can stop. So how do you escape the dopamine hole that is destroying your life? You lower the stimulation ceiling by cutting high-intensity behaviors in half. You reintroduce boredom as a repair state. You do hard tasks early to set a low baseline. You single task to stop stacking inputs. You expect 2 weeks of flatness while your brain recalibrates. You notice the first shift when ordinary things start to register again, and you protect the baseline by controlling timing and frequency instead of trying to eliminate everything. This is not inspiration. This is mechanics. Your brain is not broken. It is adapted to an environment that is trying to break it. Change the environment and the brain changes back.